afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Stock Market Today. It's Alyssa Quorum here with Ed Carson, and on today's show, we're going to be taking a look at the charts of Microsoft, Fortinet, and Repligen. But before we do that, let's take a look at the major indexes. So this is a chart of the NASDAQ here, which actually closed down 3.5%. So undercutting its moving averages, that 200-day, the 50-day, and even its 21-day line, Ed. And tech stocks looking like they got the hardest hit today in a rough session.
Yeah, it's interesting because it seemed like crude oil was once again driving some of the selling, or was a catalyst. The May contract closed positive, which is now expired, but the June contract lost about half its value to around $11. Really sharp selling. As you said, it fell through some major averages here, major indexes here on the moving averages, and it just was not a good action. You know, we sort of knew we were going to get a test. As you can see, we ran up a lot in the last few weeks. And so if we rebound from here, that's great. We've had a test, some more stocks, maybe, consolidate a little bit, form handles. But this is going to be an interesting next few days. We have a lot of earnings coming in. Can the market hold here and, even if it's just pause for a while and then move higher again?
Yeah, that's right. A very key test this week. And we're going to take a look at a few individual names, starting off with Microsoft, a down day for that big cap tech, down 4.1%, falling below its 21-day line after breaking out of a double bottom base here.
Yeah, it actually closed a little bit below the buy point. You can see the buy point was 175.10. So yesterday it just closed below it, but it was still looking okay. But today, yeah, much bigger loss. You can see there was heavier volume, even though it was below average. It was more action there. It also fell below sort of a faux handle that of 170.10. So that's not great action. This is a long-term leader. So if you bought it around this kind of area, with the intention of holding it for a long term, that's okay. It's not doing anything radical. On a long-term basis, it's still doing great. There's a lot of reasons to believe in it. But, there's a lot of growth stocks, as you were mentioning earlier, really sold off today. So that was not very good.
Yeah, it's still above the 50-day for now, so we'll have to see where it moves from here and if it ends up testing that 50-day this week. But moving on, let's take a look at Fortinet in the security software industry group. A really ugly session, down almost 10% here after breaking out late last week, but a definitive sell signal here.
Yeah, I mean, you can see sort of that pink area, salmon colored area. That sort of shows you, I think, like 5 to 8% loss. It went clearly below that. That's the automatic sell area of 7 to 8%. It went through the 50-day line. Just so this, if you bought this on the breakout, understandably, because it's been doing well, you needed to sell it today. It was definitely negative action, and there were some other cybersecurity stocks that also went below their buy points. Though those breakouts are still valid, but it just shows you there was a lot of negative action. I don't think there was any news on it. It's just that investors decided to take some profits today.
Yeah, but there's definitely a reason why we have these rules. It's super important. Oh, and Ed's cat making his
my cat
appearance there.
My cat is always working at home. So I've got a co-working space. That's for sure, exactly. Here on my desk.
Taking a break from his social distancing.
That's right.
But anyway, I was just saying briefly that there's definitely a reason why we have these rules, to make sure you keep your emotions in check, because as exciting as it has been to see the market turn around so quickly and stocks becoming actionable, you really have to stay on guard.
Yeah, I mean, you can just look at the left-hand side of the space. You can see how quickly stocks fall. If you start worrying that the coronavirus crisis, I mean, maybe the cases are down, but maybe this recession lasts a lot longer than people think. And all of a sudden, wait a second, and this starts going back to the lows. What starts off as a small loss can turn into a huge loss. So you're right, got to keep those emotions out and follow the rules.
Yeah, and last but not least, let's take a look at Repligen here, holding strong in a big down day, but showing some relative strength here, closing the day with a fractional gain. It looks like maybe it could be forming a handle.
Yeah, and it's not too far from a buy point anyway. Pretty nice action. I mean, when you consider how all these other stocks are selling off, this company sells filtration and some other products that are used in the drug making product in the process. Some of their business is being affected by slowed down clinical trials, but a lot of those are still going, or the drugs are already been approved and they're still being made. Some trials are happening in Asia and South America. So there's there's still a business out there. A lot of people are fairly upbeat on this. This was our stock of the day. And as you can see, the relative strength line has been pretty strong, really for a couple of months now, near those highs. Definitely strong action today.
Yes. So make sure you check out that stock of the day article at investors.com for even more details on that. And that's it from us for today. But you can bet the conversation will continue tomorrow morning on IBD Live. Of course, we've been keeping you up to date on the different market conditions before the historic crash, right when we started seeing the rebound. So we have the in-depth analysis you need when we are still seeing this volatile market.
The analysis is not just that. It's also it's hard to turn on a dime. I mean, Bill O'Neill, the founder of IBD, was able to turn on a dime, but it's hard emotionally, psychologically to do that. But this kind of analysis, and you see when you see these experts talk about, no, you have to switch here. You have to get your mindset to be a little more cautious or a little more bullish, depending on how things are, can help you make that psychological shift beyond all the research and the information. I think it can really help with that mental mindset for trading.
Yeah. And, no matter your expertise level, whether you're more of a more of a beginner or a little more advanced, there's a little bit for everyone. So make sure you come on and join us. Check out investors.com/IBD Live for all the details. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.